Welcome to Health Conscious Monster, an informative guide for monstrous races concerned with personal health and well-being. I am Mandoo, your dragon-blooded half-vampire monster life coach. In this episode, we will discuss the messy subject of bodily excretions. When something is excreted from your body, it's usually a waste product, but it can have multiple purposes. Monsters capable of sweating, for example, will find that their sweat contains oils that condition their skin and hair against brittleness. Some sweat can come off more like a slime for certain monsters, and this is usually used for lubrication so you can move in tight spaces, glide smoothly through the water, and prevent your skin from drying out when out of the water. Saliva is an excretion that is more of a digestive aid, but it also keeps the teeth and soft tissue of the mouth from becoming dry. Drooling can be indicative of certain ailments or moods, depending on the monster. Use gestures and facial expressions, as well as taking into account the current situation to judge whether it's hunger, rage, or rabies that's got that monster slobbering. Tears are used to lubricate the soft tissue of eyes to keep them from drying out. Because of the delicate nature of eyes, tears usually have some healing properties, as well as other alchemical purposes. Crying can indicate extreme joy, sadness, and anger, as well as ocular irritation. Though it is meant to be kept inside the body as a means of transporting energy to the cells of the body, blood can also be excreted on occasion. Bleeding will happen when blood vessels are ruptured at some point, and your blood has certain properties that help heal a wound. Some monsters have toxic, acidic, or burning blood, so an open wound can prove to be a tactical advantage for them. They may even intentionally cut themselves to use their blood on their weapons. Monsters that have mammaries excrete milk for feeding their young. The milk is highly nutritious, and breastfeeding your child is crucial to early development of a strong immune system and solid bone structure. The excretions already mentioned, as well as urine and stool, can all be used for marking your territory and attracting a mate. This is because each of these excretions contains some level of pheromones. Some excretions are more potent than others, and it really is instinctual on how you use and react to pheromones. You may feel helpless or out of control sometimes, but there is a reason for it in the grand design. The continuation of your species depends on it. Some monsters' excretions are considered very valuable in some societies. So it's not unheard of that certain monsters are captured and farmed for their bodily fluids, hair, scales, horns, nails, and other parts. Most sentient monsters would never consent to this, and are held against their will, barely kept alive in despicable conditions. Monster abuse is real, and it is evil. If you are of a good or even neutral alignment in a civilized society, please report any abuse of captive monsters to your local authorities. It may be an acceptable practice in your society. That happens. Being a monster myself, I am against it, and I urge you to look at the facts and decide for yourself. So there you have it. I hope these basic guidelines and suggestions for bodily excretions have been enlightening for you. So don't forget to embrace your inner monster, and I'll smell you later.